There is no tomorrow. Let that sink in, not because tomorrow doesn't exist on the calendar, but because most people use tomorrow as an excuse to escape today. Tomorrow is the word people use when they're afraid to start. Tomorrow is the lie comfort whispers to ambition. Tomorrow is the promise that keeps dreams permanently postponed. You've said it before. I'll start tomorrow. I'll change tomorrow. I'll work harder tomorrow. I'll become better tomorrow. But let me ask you something real. How many tomorrows have already passed in your life? How many days did you plan to start and never did? Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they delay action. They fail because they think time is unlimited. They fail because they think tomorrow is guaranteed. But here's the truth nobody likes to face. Tomorrow is not promised. Not to you, not to me, not to anyone. Every day you wake up is a gift. Every breath you take is a chance. Every moment you are alive is an opportunity to move your life forward. Yet most people treat today like a practice round, like a warm-up, like something that doesn't really count. They say, I'll get serious later. I'll chase my goals when I'm ready. I'll fix my life when the timing feels right. But the timing will never feel right. You don't become ready first and then act. You act first, and readiness is built along the way. Look at your life right now. Be honest with yourself. Are you where you want to be? Are you proud of the effort you put in yesterday? Are you becoming the person you said you wanted to become? Or are you stuck in the same place, repeating the same habits, making the same excuses, waiting for a perfect moment that never comes? Dreams don't die in one day. They die slowly, one delay at a time, one excuse at a time, one tomorrow at a time. People think failure is loud, but failure is quiet. It sounds like, not today. It's too late. I'll do it later. I'm tired. I'll start next week. And then weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And one day you wake up older with the same dreams you had years ago, except now they hurt more because you know you had time and you wasted it. Time is the one thing you can't get back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose relationships and rebuild them. You can lose confidence and grow it back. But you will never get back a single wasted day. Right now, as you're listening to this, time is passing. This moment will never come again. This exact version of you will never exist again. This chance right now is unique. So, if there is something you've been putting off, this message is for you. If there's a dream you've been scared to chase, this message is for you. If there's a version of yourself you know you could become, this message is for you. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Discipline is what stays. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to feel confident. You don't need perfect conditions. You need to move. Progress is not made by people who feel inspired every day. Progress is made by people who show up even when they don't feel like it. On the hard days, on the boring days, on the days when quitting feels easier than continuing. Those are the days that shape your future. Understand this. The life you want is built in uncomfortable moments. It's built when you're tired, when you're doubting yourself, when you feel like no one believes in you. Especially then, most people wait for someone to save them, a mentor, a lucky break, a perfect opportunity. But nobody is coming. No one is going to live your life for you. No one is going to chase your dreams for you. No one is going to become the best version of you for you. This is your responsibility. Your future self is watching you right now. And one day, that version of you will either thank you or resent you for what you did today. So ask yourself, if I keep living like this, where will I be in 1 year? 5 years? 10 years? The direction of your life is decided by the actions you take today, not tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There's only now. And now is the only time you can change your life. Right now is when discipline is built. Right now is when courage is developed. Right now is when habits are formed. Right now is when momentum begins. You don't need to transform your whole life today, but you do need to take the first step. One workout, one page read, one application sent, one honest conversation, one decision to stop wasting your potential. Small actions done consistently. create massive results over time. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. So build habits that respect your future. Build habits that protect your dreams. Build habits that force you to grow. Stop negotiating with your comfort zone. Comfort will keep you average. Comfort will keep you stuck. Comfort will keep you dreaming instead of becoming. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Everything you want is on the other side of discomfort. There's a stronger version of you waiting to be built. A disciplined version, a confident version, a focused version. But that version will never exist. If you keep choosing easy over effort, sleep over sacrifice, and later over now, you don't need more time. You need more urgency, because time is already moving. The question is, are you moving with it, or are you letting it leave you behind? There is no tomorrow. There is only what you choose to do today, and what you do today will decide who you become. Most people underestimate what one focused day can do. They think change requires a perfect plan, a perfect mood, a perfect situation. But the truth is, your life doesn't change in comfort. It changes when you decide that your current situation is no longer acceptable. There comes a moment in every person's life when excuses stop working, when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of change. That moment is a turning point. Not because life suddenly becomes easier, but because you finally become stronger. Right now, you may feel stuck. You may feel behind. You may feel like you wasted time. Good. Let that discomfort wake you up. Let it push you forward. Regret is not meant to crush you. It's meant to teach you. The past is done. You can't go back and fix yesterday. You can't undo mistakes. You can't reclaim lost time. But you can decide that the past will not control your future. Some people use their past as a prison. Others use it as fuel. The difference is not what happened to them. The difference is what they decided to do about it. You don't become powerful by having an easy life. You become powerful by surviving hard seasons, by standing back up after being knocked down, by choosing to continue when quitting feels justified. Your struggles are not signs that you are failing. They are signs that you are growing. Nothing grows without resistance. Muscles grow when they are challenged. Character grows when it is tested. Greatness grows in pressure. So stop asking for an easier path. Ask for stronger legs. Stop wishing for less problems. Ask for more strength, more patience, more discipline. Every challenge you face is shaping you into someone tougher. Every uncomfortable moment is building resilience. Every setback is training you for the next level. But only if you don't quit. Quitting is the most expensive decision you can make. Because when you quit, you don't just lose the moment. You lose the future version of yourself that could have existed if you kept going. Think about that. There's a version of you that only exists if you don't give up. A version of you that is stronger, wiser, more confident, more capable. And every time you quit early, that version of you disappears. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. Read that again. Discipline is saying no to distractions, so you can say yes to your destiny. Your phone doesn't control you. Your habits do. Your environment doesn't control you. Your standards do. Your past doesn't control you. Your decisions do. You are one decision away from changing the direction of your life. One decision to stop tolerating excuses. One decision to stop accepting average. One decision to stop lying to yourself about your effort. Be honest with yourself. Are you really doing everything you can, or are you just doing what's comfortable? Potential is painful because knowing what you could become and not becoming it creates a quiet frustration that follows you everywhere. That frustration shows up when you're alone, when you're scrolling at night, when you're distracted, when you're trying to escape your own thoughts. That's not boredom. That's your potential calling you out. You weren't created to live on autopilot. You weren't created to repeat the same year over and over. You weren't created to settle. You were built to evolve, to grow, to become more than you were yesterday. But growth demands consistency, not intensity once in a while. Consistency when no one is watching. Consistency when no one is cheering. Consistency when progress feels slow. Success is boring to build. It's repetition. It's routine. It's discipline. It's doing the small things daily that no one claps for until one day everyone notices the results. You don't need to impress people. You need to impress your future self. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Everyone's timeline is different. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. Move forward one step at a time. Even slow progress is still progress. The only failure is standing still, and standing still is a choice. Nobody sees the private battles you fight, the doubts you silence, the fears you push through, the sacrifices you make. But those private victories build public success. There will be days when you feel invisible, when your effort goes unnoticed, when you feel like your work doesn't matter. Keep going. Seeds grow underground first. You don't see progress at the beginning, but growth is happening beneath the surface. And one day, what was hidden breaks through the ground. That's how progress works. Invisible before it's undeniable. So don't measure your journey by applause. Measure it by commitment. Measure it by how many days you showed up, even when quitting felt easier. You don't need validation. You need dedication. There's power in keeping promises to yourself. There's confidence in honoring your word. Every time you do what you said you would do, you build trust with yourself. And self-trust is dangerous. Dangerous to doubt. Dangerous to fear. Dangerous to limits. Because once you trust yourself, you stop negotiating with weakness. You stop asking, "Can I?" and start declaring, "I will." Your future is built by the standards you set today. Raise them. Expect more from yourself. Demand better from yourself. Not in a hateful way, but in a respectful way. You don't talk down to something you respect. So stop lowering your standards for your own life. Respect your time. Respect your energy. Respect your potential. There is no tomorrow. There is only the discipline you practice today, the choices you make today, and the action you take today. And those choices are shaping your life. Right now, at some point, you have to stop waiting for your life to change and start changing your life. Nobody is coming to rescue you. No miracle is going to fall into your lap. No perfect moment is going to appear and invite you to begin. If you keep waiting for stars to align, you'll die waiting. Your circumstances are not your identity. Where you are right now is not who you are. It's just the current chapter, not the final story. You may have started behind. You may have failed before. You may have doubts in your mind. None of that disqualifies you. What disqualifies you is quitting. Greatness is not about never falling. It's about refusing to stay down. Every strong person you admire was once weak. Every confident person you look up to was once unsure. Every successful person you respect was once lost. They didn't become powerful overnight. They became powerful by showing up when it was hard, by choosing discipline over comfort, by choosing progress over excuses. You don't need to know every step. You just need to take the next one. Clarity comes from action, not thinking. Confidence comes from doing, not planning. Strength comes from effort, not wishing. The mind will always try to protect you from discomfort. It will give you logical reasons to stay where you are. It's safer here. You might fail. You can start later. But safety is the enemy of growth. You can live a safe life, or you can live a meaningful one. You usually can't have both. Growth requires risk. Risk of failure. Risk of embarrassment. Risk of being judged. But the greatest risk is living a life of regret. Regret is heavy. It follows you quietly. It whispers at night when the world is silent. It reminds you of the chances you didn't take, the words you didn't say, the actions you delayed. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite fear. Fear doesn't go away when you wait. Fear fades when you face it. Every time you do the thing you're scared of, fear loses power over you. Discomfort is not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign you're stepping into something new. Your comfort zone is familiar, but it's also limiting. If you only do what's comfortable, you only become what's familiar, and familiar will never transform you. Transformation requires pressure. Pressure creates strength. Pressure creates focus. Pressure reveals character. Diamonds are formed under pressure. So are strong people. You are stronger than you think, but you'll never discover that. if you keep choosing easy paths. Stop asking life for permission. You don't need approval to improve yourself. You don't need validation to change direction. You don't need anyone's agreement to raise your standards. The moment you stop waiting for permission is the moment your life starts to move forward. Your inner voice matters more than outside opinions. Critics will always exist. Doubters will always exist. People who don't understand your vision will always exist, but they are not living your life. You are, and one day, when you look back, you won't regret the risks you took. You'll regret the risks you didn't take. You'll regret staying silent. You'll regret staying small. You'll regret choosing comfort over courage. So speak up, step forward, show up, even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble, even if your confidence feels fake at first. Action builds confidence, not the other way around. You don't become confident and then act. You act and confidence follows. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be committed. Commitment is what carries you through the days when motivation disappears. Motivation is emotional. Commitment is a decision, and decisions shape destinies. If you want a different future, you need different habits. If you want a stronger mind, you need harder challenges. If you want a better life, you need bolder actions. Stop romanticizing potential. Potential is useless without execution. Potential without action becomes regret. You were not born to stay the same. You were born to evolve, to grow, to become. There's a version of you that you haven't met yet, and that version is built by the actions you take today. There is no tomorrow. There is only the step you take now. And that step, no matter how small, is what separates who you are from who you could become. Take the step. Rock it. You don't rise to your dreams by accident. You rise to them by intention, by daily choices, by refusing to let your mood decide your future. Your mood changes. Your circumstances change. Your environment changes. But your standards should not. High standards protect your future. Low standards slowly destroy it. When you wake up, you're voting for the kind of person you want to become. Every action is a vote. Every decision is a vote. Every excuse is a vote against your own potential. Most people let life happen to them. They react. They complain. They wait. But winners decide. They plan. They act. They move first. You don't control everything that happens to you, but you control how you respond. You control your effort. You control your discipline. You control your attitude. And those three things decide how far you go. There will be days when your best feels weak, when your energy is low, when your mind is heavy. Those are the days that matter most, because showing up on hard days builds a level of mental toughness that easy days never could. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress. Perfection is an excuse to delay. Progress is proof of movement. 1% better each day. Doesn't sound impressive, but over time, it creates a massive difference. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You need a daily commitment to improvement. The smallest consistent action beats the biggest occasional effort. You don't have to do everything today, but you do have to do something today. Something that moves you forward. Something that strengthens you. Something that aligns you with your future. Momentum is built by motion. If you're stuck, move. If you're confused, act. If you're scared, step forward anyway. Clarity comes after you start, not before. Stop waiting for certainty. Certainty is built by experience. Experience comes from action. Most people overthink their way into inaction. They plan. They analyze. They doubt. They wait. And while they're thinking, time keeps moving. Don't let your thoughts trap you. Let your actions free you. You are not behind. You are exactly where your past habits led you. And that means you are exactly where your future habits can change your direction. Your story is not finished. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are still here, which means your story is still being written. Every setback you survived is proof of your strength. Every hard season you endured is evidence of your resilience. You didn't come this far to only come this far. So don't turn back now. Don't settle now. Don't shrink now. This is the moment. to lean forward, to raise your standards, to demand more from yourself, not because you hate who you are, but because you believe in who you can become. Self-discipline is self-respect. Keeping promises to yourself is a form of self-love. If you can't trust yourself, nothing else in life feels stable. But when you trust yourself, you walk differently, you speak differently, you move differently, you stop begging life for chances and start creating them. You stop hoping for change and start becoming change. The world doesn't owe you success. It responds to effort. It responds to consistency. It responds to courage. So bring effort, bring consistency, bring courage, even when no one is watching, even when no one is clapping, even when no one believes yet. Believe in yourself anyway, not with empty words, but with disciplined actions. Let your work speak. Let your progress speak. Let your growth speak. And one day, the same people who doubted you will ask you how you did it. And you'll say, I stopped waiting for tomorrow. I started moving today. There is no tomorrow. There is only the choice you make in this moment. And this moment is where your future is created. So choose effort. Choose discipline. Choose courage. Choose to become. Right now,